Imagine securing your financial freedom before you even think about retirement. Sounds too good to be true? Well, let me introduce you to Cryptex, a legacy wealth solution that's reshaping the way we think about investing for the future. With Cryptex, you don't need a massive capital to start. Picture this. They give you a fixed starting capital to earn from. Yes, you heard that right. They kickstart your journey for you. All it takes from your end is a simple $100 handling fee for each contract. Affordable, isn't it? Now let's dive into the mechanics of it. Cryptex operates on a DeFi hybrid staking model with contracts spanning 36, 60 to 84 months. What's exciting is the daily compounding interest, ranging from 0.1% to 0.3%. This means your investment grows every single day, quietly accumulating wealth while you go about your daily life. And here's where it gets even more interesting. Cryptex is a fully Bitcoin-based platform established back in 2016. With over 8 years in operation, this project has not just survived, it has thrived, paying out millions, if not billions, to its community members. And yes, I said community, because Cryptex is 100% community-driven, with no central company or CEO at the helm. Everything is transparent, every transaction is recorded on the blockchain, available for you to verify anytime. Worried about security? Let me put those fears to rest. Every bit of capital in Cryptex is 100% insured. That's zero financial risk on your part. What's more, the platform boasts a staggering membership of over 500,000 worldwide, all saving for a secure future. You might be wondering about earnings and commissions. Well, Cryptex has an optional builder plan that's incredibly lucrative. The best part? Any commissions earned are paid out instantly. It's simple. Deposit your funds, buy a Cryptex DeFi Hybrid Contract, and watch as your funds are compounded daily. And remember, joining Cryptex means you're not just investing money. You're joining a forward-thinking, secure community that values anonymity and direct benefits. This isn't just another high-yield investment program. It's a proven, scam-free environment where your financial growth is the priority. So what are you waiting for? Don't miss out on this lifetime opportunity to safeguard and secure your future towards financial freedom. Take action today. Sign up through the person who invited you to this presentation and start your journey with Cryptex. Secure your tomorrow today. Thank you for watching, and here's to your future filled with freedom and security.
Welcome guys to this video, as I will point out my experience with Cryptex and the success I got so far. So as you guys log in, and when you guys register and log in into your account, you will see 6 boxes. The first row is going to be your balance. Then you will see your contract, your earnings, and the next one, how many contracts on what you have. So we're going to skip the first one because the first one is actually stating your balance. So when you're going to deposit, you'll see that balance. When you're going to buy the contract, you're going to spend that balance. And also when you're going to make earnings, they will come in into here as well. So let's look at the second box, or actually first let's look at the third box, and then go from there. So on the third box, we see I have 32 DeFi hybrid contracts, and they're active. The 2 years are no longer active. They have not been active for a little while. We still have 3 year, 5 year, and 7 years. There is some information going around that possibly 3 year will be discontinued by the end of this year. We'll see what happens, and they do want to launch the 10-year instead of the 3 year because that gives a lot bigger return, and I'll show you guys here shortly. So then here at the bottom we have that it says we have 30 active 30, that means 3 year contracts. We have 1 5-year contract and 1 7-year contract. Now if so as I mentioned, a 3 years, 5 year, and a 7-year contract, one of each. And I actually, these 3 years, I actually purchased 2 packages, as I'll explain that later. If not, then actually one-on-one as I help you guys get started. So now, when you hit apply DeFi hybrid contracts, you will have 4 windows. Your first window is going to be your 3 year. If you're on a phone, you're only going to be able to see once. You'll have to swipe to the left or to the right. The 3 year contract single, then you're going to have a package, which is $1,000 for 15. So you get 5 free contract. Then you're going to have a 7. And if you swipe, then you're going to have the 5-year, and then the 7-year is going to be your last one. What you're going to then hit on select the contract that you choose, and then the bottom exercise the contract, which will open up the next screen. You're going to read through that and approve that that's exactly what you want, and that's and then the money will be subtracted from this window. As you go back to the overview screen, you will see that whatever contract you choose, that amount was subtracted. So let's look at the next page. So on the same page, the next 3 squares will actually show you your overview profit locked, overview income and total unlocked, and then restricted referral, referral source. As you guys can see, I have 12 people personally that I brought into the program. Unfortunately, it doesn't tell me how much I have on level 2 through level 20. As I click on it, I can actually see their IDs, their emails. So very nice. Let's actually, here you guys can see that I have 61,000 already in profit from my personal investment. That's from those 32 contracts, and 25,000 is actually what I earned from the sales of my team. So what I sold to my personal members, and they said so 25,000. That's actually not bad, and I'll actually break it down in the time frame in the next slide. Here we kind of break it down that here I earned upfront commission. That means $1,405 I earned upfront. So kind of give you guys back. So as soon as I sign up somebody on a $100 contract, I get $30 immediately within 2 seconds added to my back office, which immediately can be withdrawn. That is power right there, just alone. So as you guys can see, that's my personal. So I already took home $1,400, and this money is waiting for me when the contracts are over. So I want to actually go back, and this page right here, this is the page that actually we're going to look at on the next page, and kind of going to break it down. But as you guys can see, 32 contracts. My loan amount was $993,000. I have 61 in profit for the loan, so my right now outstanding balance is $1,055, and I think these might be a day or two old slides compared to what I'm going to guys show you on the next page. So here's actually, you know, just recent profits for the month, for the week, and so on. So this page right here, which I think I still took that 2 days ago. So again, when you click on that, you're going to be taken to this part, and you can also have on the bottom, you're going to have contract that you have purchased, which I did not take screenshots of that. So again, gives me a total balance. Minus from that balance, we minus the loan that will be taken back by the bank, which my outstanding profit right now is $61,500. And you guys can see, so on my contract for the 3-year, the loan was $907,000. Right now, we have a $957,000, so it gives me a $50,000 profit, and my last profit was $782. On my 5 and 7 year, they combined it. My loan was $86,000. Right now, balance $97,000, so I have a profit of almost $11,000. Now let's look at the spreadsheet, because I do record everything, because I first of all I try to verify that the math is correct of the project, and there is no funny business going on, and that is the best way is actually understand the details of the project, how you're getting paid, and on and on. So as you guys can see, I did not take a screenshot when I started, but if you guys take the profit, which today is the 16th, 9/16, if you subtract from that the date 95 days ago, then that's when I actually got started. But I'm going to just show you guys just the last, 20 days. So first I want you guys to kind of read and understand how do you read that? So you have a date, how many days into the project, that's the next column. Then that's the percentage that that particular day we earned from the money being staked, and as our money provides the liquidity and people to use the liquidity. So let's say an example, you have a trading house that promise somebody to sell a $40,000 worth of Bitcoin, and instead of them providing and keeping that capital on hand and verify, let's say, a certain price, and the price constantly changes you can change it multiple times per second, they're actually taking and saying, hey, we need for a minute, or we need for 5 minutes, we're having this contract going on, and we need this $40,000 for 5 minutes. So what they actually do, they're actually taking our liquidity, that $40,000 for 5 minutes, and as that contract completes, because there's actually, let's say, two parties involved. One party is actually buying, another party is selling. So the buyer says, hey, we're willing to buy it for X amount of dollars, and let's say like Binance is the platform. They're saying, hey, instead of locking our money in, we agree to sell it for this price, but but then they take it from us and they buy it from us at that price. They lock it in. And we don't have to pay for 5 or 7 minutes. And then as the contract completes and finalizes, we get our money back, so we don't lose nothing. The beauty part is because we're providing the liquidity, so pretty much doesn't matter if it sells at 60 cents or it sells at $1 million. The price is, they took it, they lock it. Now, because they took it, we gonna charge a certain amount of a percentage, and that percentage going to come back to us in a form. So that's the beauty of liquidity. That's the beauty via staking, and that's the beauty. And there's millions of type of contracts happening every single day on the platform, and that's what creates the liquidity. So we have more contracts happening, we get better percentage. We have less contracts happening, contract having small percentage, and that's not just in contract. There's a lot of ways the liquidity is used, but contract is one of the form of the way to kind of give you guys an understanding, so you guys can understand how it works. Because the money are being by miners, and so on and so on and so on. Let's say a certain coin needs a liquidity for, let's say, 3-4 days. They can come in and grab our liquidity, make that available for them to control the market, and then give it up. Especially when it comes down to new coins, they need a liquidity. When they launches, they need liquidity, and we are the pool. Because one thing is, see, they can turn around and sell it from the market. There's nothing they can do with our money. We are just like the bank. Hey, give you guys an understanding so you guys can understand with the concept. See, bank has to have certain amount of money on hand. So they really going to hold their own money? No. They actually go to the Federal Reserve and say, hey, we need $10 million to hold on hand because we have a big activity or something happening with that particular branch or something. But as soon as the event is done, they turn around and give the money back to the Federal Reserve. So the armored truck comes up and picks that money up back from the vault, whatever was not spent. We are actually that liquidity, that money where it actually sits. It's available for the bank when it needs it. When it's done, it gives it back. And that's a beautiful part about it all. So that's why it's very secured. And like you guys seen it in the video in the beginning, our money, the money is insured from the bank. So not just by the bank, but also from the insurance that insures the money for the bank on our project. Our project has never had to file insurance claim, which means, hey, 7 years, almost 8 years, probably 8 years now, but 8 years of bank taking advantage of interest, never having to lose the money, insurance, taking advantage of our payments, never having to worry about a loss because they never had to file. So in other words, say it's free money for the bank, it's free money for the insurance, and it's free money for us. Why not? I would personally say it would probably be a fool not to do it. But there's still people that say no just because they do not understand. Just very simple question to you is this. If I came up to you on the street and handed you $100 and said it's yours, would you say no? You'd be surprised how many people on the street would say no when you even tell them there's no strings attached. People are scared these days. They were taking advantage. They were actually scammed. People are just hurting, but at the same time, with everything that's happening, the prices are growing, everything, people are hurting. They're looking for answers, but they're scared right now to even touch it. And this is one of the projects which is amazing. Let me ask you this question is, if this project for 8 years, and we're actually going to go to the next screen, and I'll show you guys how that the wallet, another wallet, the blockchain, how these actual transactions are happening, and the company is paying even today, 8 years later. So if the company has been paying for 8 years and still paying today, why do you think it will not pay out in 3 years from now, or a year from now, or even tomorrow? That is power right there. So as we continue with the screen. So as you guys can see, right here is a 3 year. So that's a 3 year contract because I bought two of them. Two packages of 15. So each one started off at 453,000 because at the time I was registering, it fell into a day break. So one contract went in 1 day later than the first one. So as we can see right now, the balance of those contracts is 478 and 479,000. This is the additional fees. I had to do some adjustments to get the calculation. This is the additional interest that we're getting paid after we paid the insurance, which is about $240, $230 or so, something I don't remember exactly. But this right there, this is how much they charge. $239.66. That's with the 48 cents on top of those. $240 is what we pay every single month to make sure that our money saves. So as you guys can see, started off at 453. I'm at 478, and as you guys see, before the interest went in, we were at 481. Then as we subtracted the interest, so because that's 240 times 15, that's why we have a drop because it's a 15 batch contract. Now here's our 5 year and 7 year. Same thing. As you guys can see, we had a 48,000. Then we have $328 subtracted. So right now we're almost back to where it was before the fee. So it takes about 4-5 days for you to recover it. After that, again, for 25 days, you're earning pure profit. And there. Now, the interest for the bank will be charged at the end of the year. So on 366 day, you will also have an interest for each contract that will be drawn out of the contract. So that is the beauty part is. So between all these contracts, started at 993, right now at 1,055,000. Our daily profit for coming in from all these contracts, and I tried to calculate, but it's almost impossible to calculate because of this amount. But kind of give you guys idea that it's about 0.08% on all the money that's coming in on daily basis. Now the right side here is actually my referral. So these are my personal investment on the left side. On the right side, these are actually investments of people that I sold contracts and they sold contracts too. So my final profit was 25,000, which between those two, I earned an extra 454,000, which right now total profit between the 81,000 and the referral profit is 86,000, which we have it right here on the top as well. So 86,000 is actually something that I earned. It is mine. All I have to wait is just wait until the terms of the 3 years are done and I can collect. And this is amazing because right now I'm going to give you guys some numbers. The 3 year pays roughly about 35K. 5 years after paying all the expenses, that's what you get to keep and take home. 5 years is about 450 plus. It's about 480. I'm just trying to say it's 450 plus. And 7 year, which is right here, is actually roughly around slightly under $1 million. So this is an amazing project, and the beauty part is you have nothing to take out of pocket other than $100 just purchasing one contract. There is no program out there. There is nothing even close to this. You're not going to find where you're not going to use your money. Think about it. If you want to start a business, no matter what kind of business you want to start, you need to buy the inventory. You need to buy the supplies. You need to buy the tools. You need to buy maybe a vehicle or a truck, a trailer, in order to go to a business, in order even to do that first job. Right here, All you pay is just buy a contract and that's it. Even if you go into any kind of an investment, even going into the US stock market, you have to put your own money in. Nobody's going to provide you capital. This is the only project. And as they're saying, those that actually created this project, they say, this is the way we see the future. This is the way we see how the future, people in the future, going to invest. And they already brought that future today. Because at the end of the day, there is nothing better than taking advantage of liquidity, taking advantage of huge amount of money moving around. Just think about this. Just the Costco alone, or Walmart, or whatever, just pick one of the major stores. And just think about this. If inside the store, the credit card, debit card merchant machine, one of those was yours, and you could collect 0.5% on every single transaction. Just think about the amount of money you would make. This is exactly right there. You're looking at them right now. And all you have to do is just buy that machine. $100 per machine, $100 per contract. And let those money come in. Hey, they provide the liquidity. You don't even have to stress. They don't even take your name. This is how powerful it is, because they know that they're taken care of by insurance. They don't worry about going after somebody. And second, like I mentioned before, never in 8 years did they had to file a claim. So why tomorrow? So let's go to the next page. And here we're actually going to go through, as you guys can see, the blockchain address. And we're going to go to the blockchain address, and we're going to look at transactions. So as you guys can see, today is the 16th, 9/16. Unfortunately, I cannot bring it up, but that's actually when this recording will happen. And right now is 1:24 p.m. New York times. As we can see, at 1:17, that's what, about 7 minutes ago, we had somebody taking out $375, or the company paying out $375. The process of payment, when you have some money and you request to withdraw the money, you put in your wallet address you're going to send the money to, which we can actually even look at this transaction. Oh, actually, this transaction is still running. So it has not even completed paying out yet. So you put in the request, then you get an email where you confirm the email that you actually are the person that requested that withdraw. And then it takes within 48 hours for the company to process, because they're processing payments manually. So look at this contract. 1 o'clock and 1 minute. That's 24 minutes ago. Somebody pulled out $127. So we can actually see numbers here as people are pulling money out. Most of these numbers that we see here are actually profits from referring people into the project. Remember, on your personal referrals, you're making 30%. So if somebody comes in at $1,000 and buys a one package, you make $300. Somebody comes in and says, hey, I want to buy 3 of these. That means with $3,000, you're going to make $900. So, a lot of these are actually contract earnings. But I want to show you guys bigger numbers. Like right here. Possibly a bigger person in the game is withdrawing the money right here. So as we can see, money came out and is going to this wallet, Y63N. If we click on that wallet, we'll be able to see that this person only had is their first withdrawal. So possibly they decided to not pull everything out and pull in batches, so out of the profit. So let's go back. And how do we go back? F11, go back. So let's continue. We can look for bigger number, but 6,700. It's a good payout. If they're taking they just bought a 2 years ago, which paid roughly about 20,000. Then probably they're taking it. Here we have another one, 14,000. But I'm looking for those bigger payments of 40,000 payments, because 2 years ago they had a special promotion running on a 2-year contract, which you buy one get one free, and those payouts were roughly averaging about $40,000. So let's see if we can find those $40,000 withdrawals within the last 5 years. So as we see, we already went into yesterday's payouts, $26,000. So again, this is right now one of the payouts where of right there, $40,000 right there, guys. We just found again another $40,000. So we just found two transactions of payouts. Let's see, and they're going to different wallets. So as you guys can see that we had two payouts on the 15th, which means they finalize it on the 13th, roughly about where the contract is complete, and it takes 2 days for the company to verify that you actually the one that doing the withdrawal. This is not a scammer trying to steal your money. So so you guys can see two withdrawals going out to where the people are getting paid. Let's actually click on each one of these and check out this person had, so they actually had a multiple contract, and they had multiple contracts, and both of those contracts were getting paid out. So nice, nice. Let's go back to F11 and go back. And I guess we have to start over, so it's kind of not fun to do this when you have to start over. Find those contracts. I think it was on the next page. Yeah, it was right there. I don't remember which one I took. Let's look at this one. So the company paid out from oh, those are the fees. Okay. So let's look at that one. Is that the same one or not? Yeah, so this person, as we can see, are taking out the lump sums. So so they actually got paid out on February, with where they took out 54, and then they're slowly taking out a lump sum of money out to their wallet. So this guy is somebody that actually purchased multiple contracts and slowly takes it out as he needs it. So let's go continue going. Which on a 4-year, I also noticed on page 4 somewhere here, we have somebody else at 26,000, 11,000, and you know, we've seen those 40,000. So let's continue, see if we find anything else that is interesting. So here, oh, those are come in money. So this is actually the money from the stake, you know, they pulled out through which then they pay out. Okay, so that's the deposit. Okay, so we had a 16 right there, 5,000. You guys can actually copy this address right here and open it and see current deposits on the day that you're watching this. Because at the end of the day, this is amazing. 35,000, another payout right here. People are just getting paid. People are just getting paid. 29,000 again, 18,000. Yeah, they're different wallets. 14,000. So definitely company in Spain, as you guys can see, or the project, because this is a community project. So the project definitely is paying out. It's not holding people's money. 57,000. That's what, 2 days ago. That's on Saturday. Somebody got paid out. I'm looking for kind of like 100,000. That is not a deposit, actually withdrawal. 15,000. But a lot of people did not believe in this project. So instead of putting in and buying, you know, 5, 10, 15, 20 contract, they only bought 1, 2 contracts, and so not very common 2 years ago to see, even though we have some people that have bought multiple contracts because it was not their first payout. Right now, 69,000, guys, right there. 69,000. Another payout. That's very nice payout. So why I'm doing this video is to go show you guys that this is real. This is real money. This is real, but one thing is you do have to wait for 3 years if you're buying the 3-year contract. So that's that only downside. That's another deposit. 70,000, 11,000, 2,000, 9,000, 52,000, guys, right there, 52,000. Just think about how much your life would have changed if you got $52,000 today. And the thing is another thing that I'm gonna bring to your attention. Just imagine this thing approached you 3 years ago. If you would have said yes, look at that, another 56,000. These are big payouts. 56,000, another one, 18,000. That's 13. That's 3 days ago. That's on Friday. I know there's a lot of good payouts on Fridays because I always watch these things happening. 12,000. 6,000. Yeah, we do not have 3,000. We do not have bigger payouts, which of course, guys, I could be missing because if it goes into 100,000, they put a comma. They don't put pennies. 97,000. Nice payout, very nice. Somebody's enjoying life, definitely spending that money, and that could be you as well. So I showed you guys and I'm gonna go back to that slide and kind of go give you guys a little bit better understanding. No, I'm here. Let's go back. Come on. So even though this is the end, oh, I got it from current slide. So we're going to actually use this here, but I'm going to bring up a calculator. So give you guys an idea, 3-year contract roughly pays out 35,000. I bought 2 packages which gave me 30 contracts, so times 35,000. Times 30, because that's 30 contracts. So I'm going to get roughly about $1 million in 3 years. I hope you guys understand. Now let's go back to slide 2. I sold $1,400 worth, right? We're gonna take $1,405 and divide it by 30 to get us an idea. So we got 46 contracts, but I sold a couple packages, which right now I'm at 62 or something, but we're gonna run it after 60. So 60 contracts times at 35,000, and I'm going to get paid 8% of that. So times 0.08. In addition to my 1 million, I'm going to make additional 168,000. These are the money reward referrals taken. These right here. These are the 25,000 are part of this 168,000, guys, that I'm going to get paid. Now, you want to ask yourself a question. There's a couple of ways you can do. First, you can do and get and buy enough so you can get a lump sum of money. You know, let's say like I did and I bought 2 packages of 15, which gave me 30 contracts. You can go that route and get $1 million money up front. There's also another approach that people do is they say, you know what, I want to buy a 3-year contract which is going to give me a $36,000, and I want to do them once every 3 months, so I'm going to buy $100 worth of contract once every 3 months. There is different ways they can approach, but at the end of the day, this is real, this is power, and it can definitely pay you big. The only question is, are you ready? Because majority of people, when they see that, they get scared and they're like, no, this is not for me. I'm good with a 30, 40, 50,000 a month of a year of annual income. I cannot even think about $35,000 in a lump sum receiving. Guys, it's your choice. I can guarantee you can burn through a lot more than $100 going to a grocery store, taking your spouse to a restaurant, or going and just burning on something else, or going even gambling, or going buying this lottery ticket that gives you a chance 1 out of 100 million. Here you really have not 1 out of 1 million. Literally, you put buy a contract, you get an average about 32 to 37,000, 38,000, somewhere in that range you'll receive, and it's a guaranteed. It's not a chance. It's a guaranteed payout. So definitely contact me, and let's help you get this started and go from there. Take care. Be blessed.